about a man named Jesus who came to save and set us free. So I decided to let go and give him my life, and now I have the victory. Because he sacrificed his life for us upon the cross of Calvary. I have to fall on my knees and thank him, cause he didn't have to stay the wretch like me. He will always be there for you. Oh yes he will. You ought to tell somebody about Jesus. Tell him that he's still alive. Tell somebody about Jesus. He hears you when you cry. You ought to tell somebody about Jesus. Lift his name on high. Tell somebody about Jesus. This is the reason why. God is good. God is good. My God is good. Oh, ain't no more time. Babe, have to try. God is still good. Everybody chill.
was hearing about the power of the women, the beauty of his creation. Amen. And we thank God that he is doing a mighty work. How many know that God is doing a mighty work inside of you? I'm not talking about the circumstances. I'm not talking about the circumstances. I'm talking about a mighty work in you. Can you see God transforming you? Can you see your spiritual growth in any kind of way? Can you see things that you would normally do that you wouldn't do anymore? Things that you would normally say in certain settings you find yourself not saying. That means God is moving. Sometimes we're looking for God to be moving in this way and something grand, but just waking up and having a mind to come to the house of worship, it's a big deal. It's a big deal that you're here. It's a big deal that you're here. It's a big deal that you're in the house of the Lord. You may be on your phone scrolling through Instagram, young people, but it's a big deal you're here. It's a big deal. We could have been calling somebody preparing for the morgue to come get you. We could have been doing that, but you are here. It's a big deal that you are here. Don't take it lightly that you are here. You might not have all it together, but you're here. You might have been in the wrong place last night, but you're here. Hey! Watching things you shouldn't have been watching, but you're here. That's a big deal. Because we're coming against the spirit of shame. Shame will not arrest us in this service today. Sometimes we want to be in a certain place and we're not there yet, and we get discouraged. But God says it's a big deal that you're here today. It's a big deal that you're on this organ and musician. It's a big deal. We thank God for you, musicians. It's a big deal that you're here today. And we thank God for you. We never take any ministry for granted. We thank God for the ushers. It's a big deal that you're here. For the dancer, Sister Bria. It's a big deal that the praise team came. It's a big deal. Because the enemy wants to discredit us. He wants us to believe that God is not moving on our behalf, but he's moving. And he's straightening stuff up. And celebrate yourself. You might not be where you want to be, but celebrate that God has brought you through. Celebrate that. My sister who was praising God, she was celebrating. I could relate to you. Know what it's like to be depressed. Know what it's like to be depressed. Know what it's like to understand that you have gifts inside of your life. Lord, how are these gifts going to come out of me? Through all of this mess. This looks like a mess, God. It feels like a mess. But God said, I know your name. I know your name. I formed you in your mother's womb. And I know you. And I know all the path you were going to take. I knew it. And I still said I could use that. I need that mouth. I need those hands. That hands that was dealing with dope. God said, I need them hands to lay hands on the sick and they will recover. I need those feet to go to the jailhouse. And I need those feet to go to the nurse. I need those feet. I know they've been in some dirty places, but I need those feet. I need those feet. I need them. So we bind up the spirit of shame. In the name of Jesus, you go to the pits of hell whence you come. God will move and he will flow in this service. You will not. You've been arrested. God told me to let you know that women of God, men of God, you've been under arrest today. You've been under arrest. We've been arrested. We can't even leave this service until he is finished. He said, I got to read you your rights. You've been arrested. You can't leave. Because I got some rights I want to read to you. Anything you say will be used against you in the court of the Lord. I might show you in the arm of the Lord. Uncle Sam has arrested you today. You cannot leave this place until your rights has been read. There's some rights that you need to hear. There's some promises that yet to be kept. And you need to hear them. You will not leave here the same way you came. Amen. 1 Corinthians 2:9 says, for no eye have seen and no ear has heard, nor the mind has imagined what God has prepared for those who love him. Do you love him? In the Message Bible, in verse 7, it says something like this. It says, it is not the latest message, but not like the oldest. What God determined as the way to bring out his best in us. Long before we ever arrive on the scene, your best was already in making of. It was already established. So this is what we're going to find. How are we going to get this out of us? How are we going to get this out of us? When I thought about the word drop, it said the act of an instant of dropping. We're talking about dropping the limits and something that was suddenly from high to low. Limited. Something that bounds and restrains or confines. This passage of scripture lets me know that God has desired for us, has an expectation to bring out of his best life, the best life in him, and that to carry out his plan that he may be glorified in the earth. Jeremiah 29:11 states that I know the plans that I have toward you. He said, I know the plan. I know the plans that I have for you. He was stating that I'm going to give you, he said, I'm going to give you an expected end. An expected end. Hallelujah. He said, I know the plans that I have toward you. Amen. Jeremiah 29:11. Plans that I have. Can someone read that? I guess my signal's low and it's coming up. Could you stand to read that 11, 12, and read it 11, 12, and 13? Anybody? Just read 11, 12, and 13. And we're going to go further. Jeremiah. Mm-hmm. Amen. Thank you so much. And I'm done with the scripture reading right now. When it says to seek me, then you would find me. And then you would find me with your whole heart. This is what I said, Lord, how was this coming to I haven't seen and ears hadn't heard and neither has it entered to the hearts of men? And how was this going to tie up with dropping the limits? And God began to speak to me last night. He said, this is what I'm saying to my people. If you seek me, you will find me. And I will show you and give you your assignment to carry. He said, if you would seek me, I will show you what I have for you to do. And this is what happened. It happened to me. It has happened to you all. When we're in ministry or we're on our day or when we're with mothers and we're fathers and we're seeking God and we're asking God, a lot of times there's a lot of voices that can get in our spirits. And there are other people's voices. But God said, what I'm doing is I'm trying to call women. I'm kind of call my menfolk. I'm kind of call pastors and leaders and mothers and fathers. I'm calling you into a secret place where there's just me and you. I'm trying to tear you away from everybody else because what happened is people put us in places that we shouldn't be. They don't mean any harm. I believe God is showing me, and you don't even know what God has for you. God said, but I'm trying to pull you into a secret place, a place where just me and you, that you can hear my voice. Because what happened is, he said, I've got to detox you from other people's sounds. I got to detox you from other people's assignment on your life, and it wasn't even me. I got to detox you. So if you seek me, you're going to find me. That way you and I can have commune together. That I can really show you, God, what am for a singer. The last time I was here, and I got to go back to the prophetic word that you prophesied over me some years ago. Sister Nanny Fields and I were speaking at a women's conference. The same conference. Listen to me well. And Bishop Davis, when I got through speaking, I was going through a storm then. God just reminded me, the same storm that I was going through at that time, I'm going through that same storm to this day. And God reminded me what you spoke over me. You said, Sister Lucious, God told me to tell you that your way was already made. You said, I'm here to tell you that you are more than just a singer. God got gifts in you. God He's a preacher in you. God got other things inside of you that needs to come out. You spoke that word. You stood right there and you spoke that profound word over me. And when you begin to speak, I said, God, the mess that I'm in now, how is this going to be? When everybody knows me as a singer. But guess what had to happen? Through storms of life, God said, the reason what's happening with you all, what's happening with us, he said, because you didn't come voluntarily when the word came to seek my face. When it came through the preacher, when it came through the missionary, when it came through the elder, God said, because you wouldn't listen to it, I had to press you down through the storms of life. Because I knew then you would call on the true and living God. I knew then you would seek me. I knew then you would say, I can't go tonight, honey. I need something from God. I knew then that I would press you on your face. And that you would say, God, I'm not going to let go until you bless my soul. I knew then if I took away from the job, you would come to see about me. I knew if the marriage got broke bad enough, you would come. I knew if I attacked that health, your body, you'll come running to me. I knew if the children got caught up in jail and homosexuality and all, I knew you would come. I knew you would come. He said, but I removed those things, your comfortability, because I wanted to press you into my presence. I knew you would come and find me. I knew you were going to find me. So I waited patiently. I waited patiently on you to come because I knew you would come. I knew if your heart got broken up from that last relationship, I knew you would come. I knew you would come. So today God said, I'm going to press you. I'm pressing you. I'm pressing you the storms. Pastor Bishop Davis, since that time, I've been pressured. I've been pressed down. I've been pressed down. I've been embarrassed in my own spirit and shame and disappointment. God said, but I had to press you down. Because I had to make you lay down. I made you lay down. I had to make you lay down so it was just me and you. And you can say, here I am, Daddy. Here I am. It's too much. I can't do it. I can't do it no more. It's just me and you. I can't handle it. But to lose my mind, God said, this is where I want you because now you can have my mind. It was just right for God. It was just right for him. He said, I wanted you to lose your mind so you could get my mind. See, I can rearrange your mind and it won't be mental illness. I can rearrange your mind and you won't have lunatic spirits and bipolarism. Those are spirits that has traveled down through generational curses throughout the bloodline. If I had never been pushed to this church, God, what are they going to say about me? That I'm a church hopper? What are they going to say? He said, but what am I saying to you? When you have to stand all by yourself. When you hear his voice, but no one else understands your path, and you got to be assured that, God, this is what you told me to do. Are you sure? Are you really, really sure? You pulled me from my hometown all the way to Huntsville. God said, I knew because I wanted to press some more. I had some more things in you that I was trying to get out of you. And you wouldn't have gotten it. You wouldn't have gotten it. I had to get you in a place that you had to strictly walk by faith. You had to get to the place where you was blind, but just follow my voice. Had to put aside my own vision. What I thought, I had it written down, and you write it down, and this is I'm going to be in 5 years, and this is what God should do by now. God said, go ahead and continue to write. I'll wait. Go ahead and continue to write. I'll wait. I'll wait till you get finished writing. Then when you come to me, I'm going to write. I'm going to write the vision for you, and I'm going to make it plain. I'm going to write your life, so I'm going to write it. And you're going to tell it. That's why I'm here today, because you're going to tell it. I've been writing and I've been writing. Now I want you to tell what I wrote. So I ends up in Huntsville, broken, torn. Looking at my titles. I'm your preacher. I'm your minister. I pray for my marriage too. You fix other folks' marriages. Why it was so hard for you to fix mine? Other people's children you answered their prayers. What was wrong with me? You said you didn't have a prospective person. So why I got to be on display? It's not fair. It's not fair. He said it wasn't fair for me to be on display on the cross. It wasn't fair. It wasn't fair. An innocent man, for the sake of pictures, do you not understand he was naked? There was no cover over him, but for the sake of picture, they put cover over him. He was naked. His genitals were shown. God said, who are you? Must Jesus spare this cross alone and the whole world go free? Who are you? You decided, instead to take on the cup. You said, for God I live, for God I die. You said that. You said that I would put my hands to the plow, and I won't look back. I didn't want to be fit for the kingdom, so I didn't look back. Had to uproot me from my mother's house, and here I had to take you up out of here. Because I wanted to talk to you about your assignment in the earth. I wanted to put you among people. Talking about God knowing your name. Put you in places to minister. I never even knew that I had such a prophetic over my life. I never knew that I had gifts to hear and give people direct message to what God said about their life. Good. I'm here if you was not pressed. You had to be pressed to get here. And it wasn't that I was trying to make you ashamed and bring embarrassment. It wasn't about that. It was about God, people seeing the glory of God. It was for his glory, not mine. I wanted to show people that they can be kept by God. Clean, sanctified woman. Clean life. Somebody got to be an example. Somebody got to be an example that I turn my back on the word. And I put heaven in my view. And I'm walking this thing out. I'm walking it out now. Talking it out now. See, therefore now there's no condemnation to those who are in Christ. You are in Christ Jesus now. And God said, I want you to drop the limit. I want you to drop the limits of what I can do. Some of you, some of us has been caught up in even with how we love one another. This is it for me. Tired. Who are you to tell God you're tired for laboring with your family members? You don't think he was tired, God said? Being beat and being scorned. You can't labor with him. He said, you told his disciples, you can't labor with me for 1 hour. 1 hour. That's all I ask. Not even a half a day. 1 hour. if they went and cut them off, take the lemon off your love, honey. Love them. I know it's getting rough. I'm living with my son. Me and Martava, we were living with my son, Darius, in Madison. Yeah. And I got there, and when I came in, I said, good Lord, you ain't got nothing together. I said, I'm going to save up, boy. I'm going to save up. I'm going to come out of debt. I'm going to take my money. I'm going to save. Let me tell you how much I done saved. And I'm telling this to somebody now because your family is your first ministry. Let me give you the order. Back me up, Bishop. God, family, then the church. Am I in order? Bishop said it. Bishop agreed with me. And there are things, and so when I got there, I said, God, this is a hot moving mess. And I was getting some good, just signed a contract with Community Action, my first contract in 10 years. Signed off. I said, well, we finna get some money now, boy. We finna be right, boy. We finna be ready. Pay my stuff off, boy. I had it lined up. I wrote the vision. Pay this off by this month. Oh, by next month, I'm gonna be debt free. Boy, I'm gonna be right, boy. I'm gonna give a new wardrobe. I'm gonna be ready, boy. God kept looking at that. He kept looking at me right. I looked at him right too. The first one come, Melissa. I said, Lord Jesus, Dad, Mom, I need this and I need that. I said, what? And Matava had just got her new job. She had her little paper stacked up to her. I ain't getting nobody nothing. I done worked hard. I got my degree. Come on, listen. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I got my degree, honey. I done worked hard. He done mismanaged his money. I'm saying this to say this. It's not your money. It's not your money. It's God's money. Yeah, we appreciate your 10%. We appreciate the help on the building fund. We appreciate you to bring the dish for the kitchen, all that on the committee. But God said, but I want you to go to the extreme. Give him all you got to get him caught up with his bills. He's trying to...
Tell somebody. Tell somebody. Tell somebody. You ought to tell somebody about. Tell somebody. Tell somebody. Tell somebody. You ought to tell somebody about. Tell somebody. Tell somebody. Tell somebody. You ought to tell somebody about. Tell somebody. Tell somebody. Tell somebody. You ought to tell somebody about. Tell somebody. Tell somebody.